Welcome back, guys. Puckett and Maven bringing you the action tonight. We're going into Game 3 with a tied series. That's right. Orbit was able to take a game off of Optic, and they did it in the first respawn. They took Hardpoint in very impressive fashion on Solar Maven.
Yeah.
What was working for them when they were able to beat Optic?
Big part of it, Vicento going off, dropped 47 kills. You got a slow start out of Karma and Formal that really helped them break out to an early lead. But what it came down to for me, and I don't think it had anything to really do with internet at all, once Optic really came back, it was that parking garage hill. You saw them completely dominate. They basically got the 55 points or so out of that hard point. They controlled it from the get-go.
They were running 3 BALs and just 1 SMG quite a bit of the game against Optic and Hardpoint. Here for Uplink, though, I expect to see a little different loadouts being used by Orbit. Currently Happy, the BAL, trying to hang out in snow, staying alive, challenged, and he will be eliminated. Crim6 is going to be trying to push up with the satellite, but Accuracy shuts that dream down, and now it's Accuracy on the approach for Orbit. He's got a 1-point play at least in front of him. Oh, and he misses wide left.
Well, at least 1-0, so not able to put that through. Drone going to be off the map and reset. We'll see you a vie for control right now. You have Karma inside of purple. There's a player from Orbit around blue. They actually have 2, Happy and Crew over there. The big thing here will be just controlling blue and purple, trying to control this drone spawn. Right now it's going to be Accuracy primarily on the defense. Sees a player getting pushed at blue. It's Happy, able to clean that up. And now they should be able to start to get moved forward. Who's that player top green? Someone ran right underneath, and that is Formal, who's able to kill the drone carrier. Halt any kind of push. That gets shut down. He gets 1, he gets 2. Can't pick up the 3rd, but that'll get cleaned up by a teammate. And now the drone is going to go to Optic.
This green, man.
Looks like they're going to decide to wrap this green, which I don't hate. If you don't make this work, you are very vulnerable to a counter. But pushing through snow, Chris, I've been saying it for weeks. It is so hard and so painful to try and go through that giant open field. They don't go for 1, though. They decide to try and punch it through for 2. That gets shut down. Formal not able to pick it up, and that gets tossed off. Optic should have had at least a point there.
Yeah, 2 missed opportunities, 1 from each team so far in this game if you're keeping track at home. You know, I always like to think back at the end of the 10 minutes, who messed up more seems to be the difference maker more than who makes the big plays in Uplink as of late. Karma on your screen, the drone carrier, but not long. Crim6 trying to go scoop that up with Scumpy. And they're trying to push this one out snow side, but there are 4 members of Orbit all trying to peer into purple here.
Yeah, a lot of times it's just, like you said, limiting your mistakes, Chris, and then who's able to get that rally. I mean, very rarely do I feel like it's, you get 2 points here, a minute later 2 points, a minute later, like this spread out scoring. On a lot of these maps, it kind of ends up being, controlling that spawn, slaying in the base, and getting that rally. That quick burst of 45 seconds where you can get 4 to 6 points on the board is the key in Uplink. But now you do see the wrap green. It's going to be Happy with your drone right now. He's moving forward, has a player in front. This has got to be at least...
Oh, he's good.
2 getting forward. They got the kill, but not before he fires it through. 2-0 lead right now for Orbit. I do believe they're technically on the strong side.
Oh,
still looking to me like it's going to be an Optic's favor. Orbit needs to pull away a little bit more, in my opinion, on this first half.
Such a smart play by Vicento, blowing up all 3 barrels. No one was shooting the barrels. No one was in the middle of the map for a while, so he was able to pick up 2. And that set up this 1-point toss, but that is the 2nd miss from Accuracy so far in this game. Burns trying to get to that drone to put it through, and it looks like it will be reset. Couldn't find it. And that is a huge missed opportunity for Orbit.
Do you see why that's ironic? It's so ironic. His name's Accuracy.
I get it.
He actually has none.
You ready for a 3rd miss?
If he dies, if he whips on a 3rd one, there will be a rule from now on with Orbit. Accuracy never ever allowed to touch the drone. Here he goes. He's got to be nervous right now. He's shaking his boots. He doesn't want a 1-point toss. All right, well, he can effectively dunk. We know that. He is officially Shaquille O'Neal.
He is
if he
very
gets close,
strong.
He can put it through. Put him at the foul line. He is hitting nothing.
Happy doing damage from the top. Nice control of the middle of the map so far. A big cutoff. Scump finally able to take Burns down. Burns was on a little bit of a run there. 17 and 11. Burns doing the lead slaying here for Orbit, and a good save by Crim6 keeps the ball in play. Here comes Optic Gaming through Biolab. It looks like they'll send 1 player through first. Crim trying to bait it out. And through the distraction, Crim is making his move. Look at that kill feed. Karma, Formal, and Scump, everyone in there.
How is that player going to kill with 3 Optic members around him? All right, they've got enough there that they should be able to. If they don't get this through,
that
would, and the knife comes in. Scump, can you get the dunk? We've seen him do it before. They still haven't got points. Accuracy in a position to possibly reset, but everyone's dropped. I had one player highlighted was still there. That's going to get reset. That is borderline pathetic from Optic. I mean, you had one player left alive there from Orbit. Two players, I mean, at least on the minimap, within feet of him. Somehow he still picks off the drone carrier.
That was a massive play coming in the last 30 seconds here. Orbit is going to hold Optic pointless on the first side. Can they do it for another 5 minutes, though? Currently lead by 4, but that's just 2 dunks, and Optic's right back in this game.
Yeah, and again, I think they were on the more, it's not, I don't want to call it bad side, it's kind of the more difficult side to, I think, rally here, just because you have to come through snow can be so hard, but they're down 4-0. I think this will get turned around pretty quickly, but my God, that, we saw 2 misses from accuracy, one 1-point miss from Optic, and then I couldn't even tell you how Optic didn't get a dunk there towards the end of that last minute. I have no idea. Like, that was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. It was one Orbit player in a sea of Optic. Somehow takes out the drone carrier.
Krim 6 in the power position, picks up 2. Karma in the feed as well. Krim is going to be clearing the way. And he's got 2 players at home waiting for him. Karma waiting to see if it's clear enough to get a shot off. Player went directly above him. He's got the toss angle. And he's going to buy his time, trying to get down low. They want the dunk here, and it looks like they're going to get it. Karma going up for it, and he's stopped after it goes through. 2-4. Optic scoring in your first 40 seconds.
This might end up being a blowout. Optic Gaming is very, very good from this side. Usually I don't see them putting up goose eggs on the flip, but they are very, very strong on this side. They can get control. They can rally on you very, very well. They've already got 2 on the board, but now it's going to be Orbit's turn. They had the drone for a second, trying to push forward. Accuracy tossing it around, trying to get on the gunfights as well. He's going to be taken out. Crimsix is going to win a gunfight there and so as well. Now, coming forward, Formal, going to be your drone carrier. They've got the spread of 3 across the push here. They're flying forward at green. This is going to be another dunk. At least it should be. If he stops bumping into his own player, finally gets it in. Already a tie game. Yeah, this is going to end up being, I think, a pretty significant blowout here for Optic.
That took 1 minute 27 seconds. Optic Gaming is playing like the Optic we expected to come into this. They're slaying once again, and that's been the difference maker. Last 2 dunks you saw were started off by 3 kills. Everyone on Orbit except 1 player down, and there you see Karma take the lead. No! Accuracy now on the hot break.
He can't throw in 1-pointers, but I'll tell you what. He got up for the interception there, keeps it a tie game. Nice play from him. Unfortunately, tosses it to a corpse. Scump going to wisely reset there as he's going to get pushed from Eskies. And still going to be tied up. 3 minutes left to go here, Chris. But still, I mean, it's definitely looking in Optic's favor here. They put 4 on the board, scoreless half right now for Orbit.
I thought I saw a splash man coming in, and instead it is a tie game. And that is a huge momentum swing as well. Looking at the mini-map, though, Orbit could be in trouble. You got 1 player versus 3. It's Happy. He's got to go massive here. He can't. Karma instead is making his moves across top green, dropping in. Plenty of cover. Dunk takes the lead up to a 2:30 to go.
Really handling business right now. Now, what you got to do, at least in my opinion, the toughest part here for Orbit, it is really hard. You saw Orbit, you saw Optic try to do it in a couple different ways. When you push, kind of by purple, push through snow, that long route, like they're gonna do right now. I just find this so hard to get points effectively on the board because you're out in the open for so long when you're trying to fly in for a dunk. You don't have really cover like you do on the opposite side.
Right.
For me, they just have to get some decent defensive stands against Optic, and then you can counter through green so quickly. He tries to get off the 1-point toss. Burns, who is having a very good game, not able to get it off though. He's still 27 and 22. Doesn't have any uplinks to his game. Unfortunately, cut short just before he's able to get off that toss.
And it looked like the ball landed bottom yellow there. Will be picked up. Krim is going to grab it, and here he comes on the run. And this is at least a 1-point play. Could be 2, and there he gets the cover fire he needs, dunks it in. This game is looking done if Optic keeps playing like this. They just got to hold for 90 seconds, and Orbit hasn't had an answer from this side.
8-4 advantage, 80 seconds left, and you're going to see the reason we kind of talk about the strong and weak side. Both teams right now are at risk of putting up 0 points. Attacking from the side that you currently see Orbit on. They are going to pick up 3 there, though. This is their chance. Formal, the last one alive. They have the drone, but Formal doing his job as he's able to cut down the drone carrier. And that's exactly what you need. When you're alive in that 1v4 and they're trying to get forward, he slows down all the momentum, able to wait for his team to spawn up, takes up another kill, Scump the Karma back in the action to pick it up as well.
Really good job 3 down before this dunk. That seems to be Optic's plan. Crappy pass, but Formal's going to go get his own rebound. And now you see this game is done. 6-point advantage, 40 seconds left. The question is, how many points will Optic be able to put up on the scoreboard? Scumpy's going purely for kills here. He's got 28 already, looking for the 30 bomb.
Yeah, this is, I mean, this is pretty much exactly what I expected after how the first side went. They struggled mightily, but you're going to need to put up more points on the strong side against Optic Gaming if you want to win this one. 4 is just not going to do it. As you see, they've blown this one open. 10-4, 10 seconds left on the clock. Not enough time for Orbit to do anything. And after a very strong game #1 win, I mean, outside of the first half of this one, that's about 15 minutes of gameplay where Orbit is just really struggling to keep up with Optic Gaming.
Pretty disgusting stuff. It all started side #2. They scored twice, 2 dunks, 4 points in 1 minute and 27 seconds. From there, they were able to tack on 6 more. And you see Scumpy is going to finish above 30 kills, 31-22 for Scump. He finishes on top of the leaderboard, tied there with Crim 6 at 3,600 points. Karma right behind him at 3,500. Now on the other side, there was a guy going big. Orbit Burns dropped a 1.19, 31 kills, 26 deaths.
Yeah, but the big thing to point out, though, Chris, is that a lot of that came when they were on strong side. He was at one point, I think, what was it, 18-10? Some 18-9?
Yeah, 17-11 at least.
Slowed down a bit on the second side, a little bit harder to get that job done.
Tough stuff. They lose their second host. So from here on out, Optic Gaming has the host. They could close the door here. Game #4 coming your way next as we return with our second hardpoint from OG versus Orbit.